Indians showing with their gods. And now we go and look too. They go and curse their gods and look up. And we are the gods starting with our Lord and our Bashim Yahusha.
Right. And so that they have a lot of Christians when they see that video of these East Indians and them showing with the gods, them Jesus worshippers, and them say, yeah, you see, and we know they're serving idols. But when you serving idols, same way. like you know, but because yeah, but they're catching go black like because why? Them don't have no particular image in the house now, a physical standing image. But you and all will be confounded very soon. With your Jesus going to get confounded too. Your Christ going to get confounded too. Not because you see the coolies and them showing me the literal image, I mean your Jesus saved Jesus and all going to get thrown down. Scripture the brother just read is the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai alone shall be exalted in that day. He taking all the play for himself. Say my glory I will not give to another. Then I know go to and take what you want to get. You're not sharing. You're not sharing it.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 5 and verse 14. It says, therefore, hell had enlarged herself and opened her mouth without measure, and their glory and their multitude and their pomp, and he that rejoiced shall be sent into it. Them Christians are rejoicing, but they know that going on and on too. The hell enlarging. Mass majority of these people are going to go in that same place. But they're going to go in that position of difficulty. Or they're going and feel that because most of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua have prescribed that this judgment must be done on this earth.
Right. Now I have another around the corner for the Israelites. See? Watch out, everything closed down, everything locked up. Everything on that lock and key, all businesses, all groceries, all stores, food places, furniture place, wherever you name it, everywhere. Why is that? The scriptures prophesy that. The scripture says, and the door shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. Now, maybe Lord forbid, it may open back up and everything might get back to normal. Lord forbid. But we never know. But our job is to do this work until we see this place fucking good.
That's right.
So let me see it open back up and things get back to normal. We'll still be out here. But we hope not. We hope from here it gets worse and worse and worse and worse and worse until it's nothing. That is our hope. We can't.
In Isaiah chapter 5, verse 13. Therefore my people are born into captivity because they have no knowledge, and their honorable men are famished. Right?
I don't know why he don't fucking
And the multitude dwell up with thirst, right? Thirst of what? Thirst for knowledge, right? So kind of hard to read. This mark, right? It says, verse 14. Therefore, hell had enlarged herself and opened her mouth without measure, and their glory and their multitude and their pomp, and he that rejoiceth shall descend into it. Right? It says verse 15, and the mean man shall be brought down, and the mighty man shall be humbled, and the eyes of the lofty shall be humbled, but the Lord of hosts shall be exalted in judgment, and the power that is holy shall be sanctified in righteousness. You see, so you can never give this creditation over to JC, because JC don't speak about judgment, he just speak about mercy, mercy, mercy. Love, love, love. But the Yahweh Hashem Yahushua said about judgment. He said, woe unto them that make evil good and very evil. He said, it's an unrighteous thing when Yahweh Hashem Yahushua to recompense them that trouble you. Like Hashem would say, hey, love everybody, red and yellow, black and white, you know? But a man of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua will tell you that the Lord is full of judgment, right? And these nations that had us into captivity. For example, Elam is being fucked up right now because what? They had us in captivity. The Lord bring him back in captivity. Right? The Lord recompensing the captivity. Moab is being teared up today. The land of China has what? 2 tornadoes going through. Right? What place to say Abash me outside? Abash me outside. Right? 2 tornadoes going through, tearing up Moab. You know why? Because he's a proud man. Right? He's proud. He think he have next. Right? But the Most High saving the best for last. He saw it up. Self-proclaimed white man. Right? Their land is going to be desolate with what? Fire. Right?
Isaiah chapter 48 and verse 9 says, "For my name's sake will I defer my anger, and for my praise will I refrain for thee, that I cut thee not off." And talking about Israel. It says, "Behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction. For mine own sake, even for mine own sake, will I do it. For how should my name be polluted? And I will not give my glory unto another."
Hey, you're not going to give his glory unto another. No other idol. Because all the other gods are idols. I can just stop right there. No idol is going to have his glory. Right? Because the kingdom is going to be ushered in but with force. So they say the saints of the Lord are going to what? Take the kingdom. That's right? And they're going to rule forever and ever and ever. And when you look at it, it goes into eternity. A perpetual rulership. Right? Eden's not going to come back. The Lord said, "But leave thee so neither root nor branch." Mean, no leave, no seed line. Amalek is not going to be spared. Like how Saul spared Amalek. Right? They're not going to come up. The wicked seed not going to come back. Like how Haman came up and he was in the coast of what at his little seed. Right? Wicked Haman are trying to put the nation in Israel to death. Right? It's not going to happen. Right? This is 2nd Ezra chapter 2 and verse 8. "And woe be unto Asher, unto thee Asher," which represents America today, "thou hast hidden the unrighteous in thee. O thou wicked people, remember what I did unto Sodom and Gomorrah, whose land lay in clouds of pits and heaps of ashes. Even so also will I do unto them that hear me not, said the Almighty Yahweh." See? Hey, we can select it. Let's move down to the right now.
This is the book of Jeremiah chapter 11 and 11. And it says, "Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai, I will bring evil upon them which they shall not be able to escape. And though they shall cry unto me, I will not hearken unto them." Because the family say, you see this place and the people dwelling in it, the iniquity of Israel reached to the throne of the Most High. Because the saints of the Most High, which is ones who sign and crying for all the abomination that be done in this place, crying more than ever. Because it's time for this place to come to an end. The people in this place even, and the whole environment is not contributing to righteousness. So you know what has to happen to a place like that? It has to be destroyed. The Heavenly Father, mercy almost out.
Oh,
You can't.
right, this is Jeremiah 16 and 4. "They shall die of grievous death, and they shall not be lamented, neither shall they be buried, but they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth, and they shall be consumed by the sword and by the famine, and their carcass shall be meat for the fowls of heaven and for the beasts of the earth. For thus saith Yahweh, enter not into the house of mourning, neither go to lament, nor bemoan them. For I have taken away my peace from this people, saith Yahweh, even loving kindness and mercy." And that's what we represent. We represent the peace, the loving kindness and the mercy of Yahweh. But what they do? They reject and they kill the prophets. Right? They scoff at the prophets. They mock on the scoff.
That's right.
Right? Now guess what? All the words of the prophets come to pass. So who's right? Who's righteous? Who is justified? Who stands at that? The men of the Lord.
That's right.
It says, verse 6, both the great and the small shall die in this land, and they shall not be buried, neither shall men lament for them, nor cut themselves, nor make themselves bald for them. Right? Because those, hey, that's what we used to do. We used to cut our hair bald and put ashes upon our heads and sackcloth and mourn. But we came out here mourning, right? And warning the people and what they reject the knowledge. See? So we're not going to mourn you. We're going to laugh. We're going to rejoice. The Lord said rejoice. Rejoice. Because what? When your fear comes as a whirlwind, when your fear comes as a chariot, right? You're going to be bogged down thinking it's your fault, but that's your deliverance. Right? That's your deliverance. Right? That would have been your deliverance if you had repented, but no, you refused. Right? It says, neither shall, verse 7, neither shall men tear themselves for them in mourning to comfort them for the dead, neither shall men give them the cup of consolation to drink for their father or for their mother. Right? Because, hey, brothers and mothers, they have brothers who in the truth have brothers, fathers and mothers and alongside with them, hearing about the doctrine, and guess what? They went and took the vaccine. They went and took the vaccine. They trust in Egypt. They trust in Egypt. You understand? They didn't put their trust in Yahweh Shem Yoshai. So you know what's going to happen? They're going to die. Right? Did you get that from Isaiah 30 verse 1? Isaiah 30 verse 1.
It's the book of Isaiah chapter 30 verse 1. And it says, woe to the rebellious children, said the Lord Yahweh Shem Yoshai, that take counsel, but not of me.
Yeah, they take a counsel, but not of the Most High. They didn't come at the mouth of the Most High. They didn't come and ask the prophets on the common board sincerely, or come on the highways and byways and stop and ask a sincere question. So I said, what could I do to seek the kingdom of heaven? Because what? Even the rich man come and ask, good master, what can I do to enter into the kingdom? What did the Lord say? Why call it down me good? Right? I don't know if I'm mixing up. But one thing, I don't know if I mix this up when the other guy say, go sell all they have. I think that was because he wanted another next one. Right? Same rich man. Right? He said, go sell all that we have. Because he said what? He tired all that he have. He pray, he fast, and he do all these different things. He said, go sell all that you have and come follow me. And he said that was a hard saying, and he went his way. Right? But he came and he inquired. Right? But these people, they're not inquiring sincerely. They might ask a question, mock and score. Right? They might fight for, they might contend for their faith. I thought Jesus warrior, and I contended for my faith. They might be apologists, trying to confound the word. But while you stand up there trying to confound true men of the Lord, vocab Malone, and your bandwagon, guess what? The prophecy is coming to pass. So you're suffering shit. You're truly you're not doing anything. It has been a manifestation of the evil that the scriptures say will come, the rebellion and the opposition that will come here in these last days. You see? All the scoffing eyes, all are going to cut. When you have no food to eat, when you have no comfort in your house, right? When men coming in to rape your wife, right? All that's coming. But scripture says that, right? Scripture says, fear not these people are fools out here.
God, that's right.
Scripture says they reject knowledge. They are fools, you reject knowledge. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the same ability of thy time. But your fat ass bitch is your comfort. Our comfort is the scriptures. Right? We be made stronger. The more these prophecies come to pass, we be made stronger while you people being made weaker.
That's right.
You don't recognize that. Your scoffing eyes ain't gonna do anything. Right? Because what? When you're hungry in your house, and the greedy aspect, because what she can sure eat, you can see that. When they can't feed her, she will leave here or try to eat you. You understand? But the scripture say what? My servant shall eat. My servant shall eat. You see? Go ahead.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 13, and verse 25. This is thy lot, the portion of thy measure from me, said Yahweh Shem Yoshai.
Hey, there's a second man who want me sing for the day. And that's his spirit. And this second man who only see for the day. If she not mad, she not fully collected. You know, she's shameless in the street. You know why? Because they're bugged up, because they're full of demons. Right? They're full of spirits. Right? And they're going to get worse. They're going to get worse. Bishop just said they're going to be trotting on like mine in the streets. He said, hey, he said those are wives, they're going to be ravished. You know what that word ravished means? They're going to be raped. Your girl, your dime piece, your best Spanish, your best red, your red bone, your yellow bone, your high yellow, right? All that, your best darky, your brownness, all them going to be trotting out in the streets. Right? They can't save you in these last days. Right? Go ahead.
Says Jeremiah 13 verse 25, this is thy lot, the portion of the measure from me, said the Lord, because thou hast forgotten me and trusted in falsehood.
Yeah. Yeah, you go ahead, that one.
Ezekiel 33 and verse 27, it says, Select, let's give it 1 second. 28, he says, for I will lay the land most desolate, and the pomp of a strength shall cease, and the mountains of Israel shall be desolate, that none shall pass through. He says, then shall they know that I am Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, when I have laid the land most desolate, because of all the abominations which they have committed. And you know, as the big brother is going to take, these are the things that we've been out there prophesying, and then you all know, and these are the wicked things that they committed, the praising the woman, the praising idols, the praising the belly. But when the Lord going and turn up and eat in this place, you want to eat them. You want to eat them. And then all I want to know, hey boy, is them men was sent by the Lord, boy. And we disannul them men, boy. We didn't pay them men no mind, boy. We just passing them.
Then we didn't know that they were prophets.
Alright, here I'm reading about that here. This is Ezekiel 33 verse 33. And when this come to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know that a prophet had been among them.
But now they don't see. Because they say, Israel see that what she's looking for. The elect has obtained it, but the rest were blinded. But they'll never get on their sight, but it will be too late. You know, in Zephaniah 3 and 1, woe to her that is filthy and polluted, to the oppressed city. She obeyed not the voice, she received not correction, she trusted not in Yahweh, she drew not near to her God, to her power. Woe, so woe unto her. Right? Woe unto her. Right? The correction is out there in the street. Turn back to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You Negroes, you Latinos, and you Native Americans, judgment is on the land. All these scourges, right, were for amendment, but you refuse. You refuse to hearken. You set upon your leaves. So what? Death and destruction, famine and pestilence coming your way. Right?
Family said, and that one not going to be famine. When the famine and the pestilence come, they're going to be for destruction. To get rid of all the termites that don't want to turn back to the power, because all they're only feeding upon the lies and the unrighteousness of the system. Heavenly Father not having it again. The Most High about to kill man, woman and child, as the scripture says in Ezekiel.
That's right.
Most High in meddle about baby, about young ones, about granny, about grandpa, and how good they live.
Hey, that little baby Shaniqua, she's a wicked ass bitch and she's only 2.
Can.
Her mother have her token and smoking from the hooker. You see? So that's not gonna change. That is gonna what? Metamorph into a wicked witch.
Can, yeah.
Yeah? Because she done already fertilized with wicked men.
This is the book of Habakkuk chapter 3 and verse 2. It says, O Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, I have heard thy speech and was afraid. O Lord, revive thy work in the midst of the years. In the midst of the years, make known. In wrath, remember mercy.
Remember mercy, and that's only for the elect. That's only for the elect. Men who is what? Sacrificing, doing what? Doing the work of Yahweh Hashem, Yahushai, doing his will, right? Signing and crying for all abominations thereof, trying their best to serve, trying to what? Prove themselves and learn and understand his ways. You understand? in wrath, remember mercy. But for all those who neglect Yahweh Shem Yahushai, they're gonna cry. They come ponging on the ark, ponging on the door of the ark, and the Lord what? The Lord shut it, and they're not gonna be entered, right?
That's why they don't deserve no mercy. Big brother was saying, you rest all the people who don't deserve no mercy because all they have no time or no interest in righteousness. Mercy is for them that would have interest in hearing what the Heavenly Father has to say.
For them who show mercy, I'll show myself mercy first. For them who show themselves upright, I'll show myself upright. You understand? All the ways of the Most High are equal.
From me that say that we got a word earlier on in the book of Habakkuk chapter 2. What I shall answer when I am reproved. That he may read it by run. And Habakkuk say, he heard the Lord's speech. And this is the Lord's speech here. He heard the terrible thing that is about to happen. That the brother was saying, these still minds are running around the earth right now, playing the one to do their own thing, ain't doing the terror of the Lord. And the things that's about to come on this place, feeling the proud ass to walk and live and eat and drink to the rest of their life.
To continue to dance in the wickedness. To be a whole jumping on what? From prick to prick. Right? Jumping on the cup carousel as the brother said. Right? Think that they'll go ahead with that. Right? These men continue what? Doing adulteries. You know, it's just getting worse and worse. All kind of skits coming out, making fun. It's a thing not to sleep with another man's wife. It's a thing not to sleep with 2 and 3 girls at the same time. Or 2 men. 2 men and a girl. You understand? That's it. Yeah, one more thing. Right? But Yahweh Shem Yahushai come in.
That's right. This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 2. Zephaniah chapter 1 verse 2. I will utterly consume all things from off the land, said the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai. I will consume man and beast.
You will what?
I will consume man and beast.
Yeah, because you should have something to say, was the Lord angry with the seas? Was he angry with the trees? Right? When the Lord come here with our righteous anger, he's just going to devour. That's why he said what? In wrath, remember mercy, because that's right. Right? He coming here with, he not coming to be pardoned, reason with. He coming here on a mission. He coming here on a straight mission to consume all things of the land, or everything that's wicked and evil. Go ahead.
He says, I will consume man and beast. I will consume the fowls of the heaven and the fishes of the sea and the stumbling blocks with the wicked, and I will cut off man from off the land.
So you see why these idol worshiping nations getting confounded? Because he said he will consume that. You're going to devour that, you're going to burn that shit up. You see why they started to get confounded from now? Why the Elamites had to cast away the gods? Yeah. This is why, because what the Lord already predestined. He said, I will tell you the end at the beginning. We have the beginning here. And we live in the end. In the end it shall speak. This is the latter days. Right? Believe it or not. If you can't believe it because you don't know what is inside of here. Right? If you can't believe it because the Most High blind you, he doesn't want you to reject you. You understand? Go ahead. Go ahead.
This is the book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 8. And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth.
And who is the wicked? That is Esau, the self-proclaimed white man. Right? I can remember the year that he proclaimed himself the white man. Before that he was called what?
1681.
1681. Right? Before that he was called the European man. Or the Caucasian man. You understand? Now he's called what? The self-proclaimed white man. Because he called himself being pure. Right? You know, righteous in what he's doing. Right now Russia and China calling them out for being the devils at the Isaiah 47. Their nakedness has been revealed. You can't talk to any of these nations about anything that's going on in their land because you're a fucking hypocrite. You continue to repress, suppress, and oppress the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans in Babylon. Right? Your cops, your officers, your enforcers continue to shoot black people down in the streets, so-called black people. But they're the Israelites. Right? But your trophy city, bourgeois America, is in the scriptures. Right? And evil that you're doing until is written in the Bible. Sure. Right? Evil that you're doing in our land. Go ahead. So the Lord say what he's going to consume them through the spirit of his mouth. You're being consumed, you're being burnt up. And that's why you're afraid. Because these words coming to pass. And now as the prophets on the scene, you starting to get confounded. The nation starting to get confounded. The chariots coming on the scene. You're afraid. Right?
says, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
The Lord said, go and speak through the servants, the prophets. So we represent the mouthpiece of the Most High. The eyes of the Lord, the scripture said the eyes of the Lord is upon a sinful kingdom. Who's a sinful kingdom? Everything on the earth here full of sin. Right? Because why? Because as the king is, so is what? His servants.
That's right.
Right? And who's the king? The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. The elites. You're all in hiding in secrecy no more. Right? You've been revealed. Isaiah 47. You've been revealed. Your secret societies, your masons, your Masonic lodge. We know you worship Satan. You go and pray to Satan directly. Like I talk to this dumb young Jeep. I can't even call him dumb because ultimately I understand that the Lord blinded him. Right? You're asking questions, you're giving them answers, and you're going back to your opinion. You don't go to the Illuminati. I've been telling you go to the Illuminati. They're not listening. You started to prosper in this world. I want to do this and that, and I want to go up the islands. I have no fucking up the islands to go. I have no up the islands to go. The Most High is consuming everything off the land. Go ahead.
Yeah, Zephaniah chapter 1 and verse 3 says, I will consume man and beast. I will consume the fowls of the heaven and the fishes of the sea and the stumbling blocks with the wicked. And I will cut off man from off the land, said the Lord. I will also stretch out my hand upon Judah and upon all the inhabitants of Jerusalem.
So that you know, the southern kingdom, go ahead.
And I will cut off the remnant of Baal.
Baal is what? An idol, go ahead. And I just stumbling blocks that come out and go right? Stumbling blocks are the heathen, go ahead.
It says, and I will cut off the remnant of Baal from this place, and the name of the Chamarims with the priests, and them that worship the host of heaven upon the housetops, and them that worship and that swear by the Lord, and that swear by Malcolm
or Malcolm or Molech.
Molech.
Right? That's it go to the Moab. Right? Malcolm or Malcolm and or Molech. That's how they call him. Right? There was a god of Moab. Go ahead. So there's idol worship, the Lord want the idol worshippers and the priests. So that's how we know these JC worshippers going to get confounded. That's how we know Islam going to get confounded. That's how we know Moab and Ammon going to get confounded. Buddha and all these other nations. It's just going to get worse and worse and worse. Right? It's going to have more death. They're going to have more famine. They're going to have more pestilence. They're going to have more destruction. Right? Thus said the Lord. Go ahead.
Right? It says, and them that are turned back from the Lord, and those that have not sought the Lord, nor inquire for him, hold thy peace at the presence of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, the power, for the day of the Lord is at hand. For the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai had prepared a sacrifice.
A what?
He had prepared a sacrifice. He had bid his guests. And it shall come to pass in the day of the Lord's sacrifice that I will punish the prince and the king's children.
And the what?
And the king's children.
So that going back to what? To Revelation 14 verse 9. They that worship the beast and his image. They represent those that worship the king, and they are his princes. We represent Yasharala, we are the princes of the power, Yahweh Shem Yahushai. But they are the king's children. They represent the children of Esau and Edom, the elites. Because they're in his way. That's why they're fucking jumping along in the streets. Because they're confounded. Right? The scripture said, envy not the oppressor and choose none of his ways. Choose none of his ways. Our power said what? Never trust thy enemy. As I rusted, so is his wickedness. Right? Though he comes speaking sweetly, behind his back is what? Drawn sword. Right? So we in the knowledge. So we didn't run and take no Maxine. Right? But all those are taking the Maxine, they're dropping there, and the people that are wrong them dropping there too. Right? Go ahead.
It says, and the king's children, and all such as clothed with strange apparel.
You see, so judgment coming upon you, the Lord working. People dropping because the Lord working. He shall be what? I read it earlier. What? The Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, shall be known by what? Judgment. He shall be known by judgment. And that's what's happening. His judgment is falling upon the land. Right? But for all this, they do not consider. So what? They're going to be sacrificed. You don't have a great sacrifice where in Bajra. So hey, those that remain going to get burnt up either by the missiles or by what? From the lasers and the chariots. Right. Or from the famine. Or from the pestilence. Or from the mighty men, or from the sword. You know? Go ahead.
Yeah, it said strange apparel, right? If I could just read this precept here. This is book have you had something? This is Isaiah chapter 30, verse 1. It says, "Woe to the rebellious children, said the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin." Says that walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt.
Trust in the shadow of Egypt. So they be confounded. Why not?
Right.
Because we on time, Akim. We on time. Yeah, they're about to have curfew. Go ahead. Gotta get everybody home before the hours. Go ahead.
These are Amos 5 and 3. Meaning Amos 6 and 3 it says, "Ye that but far away the evil day and cause the seat of violence to come near, that lie upon beds of ivory and stretch themselves upon their couches, and eat the lambs out of the flock, and the calves out of the midst of the stall." The picture I painting is a picture of people living in comfort. People living the best life. Right? Like the picture was being painted here. They're eating the lambs out of the flock, meaning they're able to go and kill and eat. You understand? They're lying on the bed, enjoying the sun. It says that chant to the sound of the viol, meaning they're listening music, they play the music and they're chanting to it. They're singing along. It says, and invent to themselves instruments of music like David, that drink wine in bowls and anoint themselves with the chief ointments, but they are not grieved for the affliction of Joseph. Therefore now shall they go captive with the first that go captive, and the banquet of them that stretch themselves shall be removed. Then Most High say, go and take away all your comforts. All you people comforts go and be done away with. Because they could think about right now in certain places where conflict happening constantly every day. Where people being displaced from this land and they're migrating from in the Middle East, they're migrating from Yemen to go into the next land to seek refuge, and they're migrating from here to seek. So you feel women over there studying not to commit adultery against their husband? You feel them studying that? You feel the men there studying to murder an ex-brother? To commit murder? Them studying to get some iPad, like all on their mind. Them women and them want to be humble. Listen to what a man telling them why. Because all hell breaking loose underneath head. You see all of that? All of that coming over here in this Western Hemisphere. That is what coming over here.
Right.
It ain't going on have no comfort for you.
Allah is alive.
Allah is alive.
That's right.
It ain't going on no comfort for you people. Over there, them women study to bring sex to next man. That coming over here. When all the women and no time and all they have to study about committing no adultery. You men and no time to study about murder. All they have no time to study about to go and rob, to go and steal. You know why? Because everywhere you turn is fucking chaos. You don't know what to do. All hell break loose. That is what coming. Your Heavenly Father say, go and what? Remove the banquet from where you stretch yourself. We lie down one and relaxing. The Lord say, go and take away that from all you. And we see it happening on a small scale. It's a small scale. This is a small scale and the people bawling, crying. God, what things are normal?
You are KFC.
You are KFC. You are Subway. You are Royal Castle. You are Zest. You are boat ride. You want me boat ride? Yeah, people want a boat ride bad right now. But a boat ride get cut off. The Subway get cut off. All of them things get cut off.